Alright guys, in this video we're just going to look at Google Form and we're going to organize our survey. And so the first thing we need to do is put in a video. And that is really important. It has to be first because you're going to have one survey that has a video and one survey that does not have a video. They have to watch the video first and then answer your questions because your manipulated variable has to be first. They have to watch it or not watch it. And so that's how that's going to work. So it must be first. If you look at Add Item, right next to that is a little drop-down box. If you click that, here's where the video is. You click on the video, it'll go automatically to YouTube, and you can search YouTube. You could also copy and paste a link to a particular video right here and search for it, and your video will come up. So that's how you put in the video and all of the other questions. The video must be first. If you forget, you can still fix it, but it's a little harder to do. If I click on a question, let's say I click on this question, I can grab that question and move it. It's not as easy as it might sound. You have to be able to move it until you see that little gray line right above my box. When you see that gray line, you can drop it, and it changed where those boxes were. It does work, but it, sometimes it's a little glitchy, so it might not be as easy as I just made it look. So try to get it in the right order right from the beginning. Video first. The next thing is all of these questions. I have this question, which is a scale question, on a scale of 1 to 10. And so I'm going to click Done so you can see that. On a scale of 1 to 10, they'll pick one here. How hard do you work out? I did clarifying text, so help text. 1 being my heart rate doesn't increase, and 10 being my heart is too fast to count. So all of that is right here. They can see that. Here's the scale. They pick one. They go on. Notice on each question at the bottom, I make it a required question. I want them to answer every question that I put on there, so I check this box at the bottom so they can't move on until they have answered my question. The next question is how much time do you work out each week? Well, they would click here for hours, minutes, and even seconds, which they're probably not going to fill out. Hours and minutes, how long do they work out every week? They'll fill that out. How much water do you drink in a day? Multiple choice. They're just going to click on one of these. They can only choose one. If they click one and then decide, no, I always have at least 2, then they can change it by clicking on the second one, and it will get rid of the first one. Also notice I was very specific. I said full 8-ounce glasses, meaning I told them how big the glass had to be. So if you're really vague, you might not get real great results if you've asked questions and there's too many answers that it could be. Like, which football team is your favorite? And then you ask 2 football teams. Well, maybe their favorite football team isn't in your list. And so make sure that you're wording that correctly. Of the 2 football teams listed, which one is your favorite? Okay, that's different. So just so you know, be careful in how you're wording your questions. Check all foods that you eat every day. Well, they can check more than one food. In fact, they could check all of them if they wanted to, because this is a checkbox question, so check boxes. Notice there's a whole bunch. Text, paragraph, we're not going to use those. And the reason is that doesn't give you real hard data, meaning the information you get, we're not going to be able to put in a graph, and it's not going to be as clear as, say, a multiple choice question or checkbox. Okay? So I list specifically what you can use in your survey on the papers that you've received for the assignment. All I did to create a new answer is I clicked in the box and added a new answer. Here it says Add Other. Don't click on that, because if you add Other, what that does is it gives you an answer that literally they'll check Other and they type in their own answer. That's not what we want, because that's essentially giving us answers that aren't going to be the same as anybody else. Everybody could have a different answer, and we don't really want that. Remember, required question. Add item. There's a whole bunch of items that you can add. Make sure that you are sticking with the correct, you're staying away from text and paragraph. Make sure you're choosing good questions. And if you're putting in, say, an image, do it the same for both surveys, because you're going to have one survey that goes to one group A and one survey that goes to group B. With the video in your survey, you're going to go up to File and make a copy. Now there's going to be a copy, you're going to give it a different name. Copy of, you might say Group B, food and exercise, instead of copy of. And then you're not going to share it with the same people. Well, yeah, you could share it with the same people. And then you're going to click OK. All right? You've just made a copy. And that's important, because if I go back to my Google Drive, I'm now going to see, whoops, wrong click. I'm now going to see copy food and exercise. Okay? So if I click on that one, it's going to look exactly the same, except the title is now going to say copy food and exercise. I can go to my video, hit the trash can, delete the video. Now I have two forms. I have one, wrong one. I have one that has the video. There's the video. And I have one that does not have the video. There's the one without the video. There's the one with the video. And so that's really important, because you're going to give the one with the video to Group A, and you're going to give the one without the video to Group B. Okay? So good luck. I hope you find great and interesting results in your scientific inquiry.